I believe friendships are some of the most beautiful things that can happen to you, but they're also some of the worst things that can happen to you. Relationships take up so much of our energy. You're dealing with a whole human with emotions and ideas and thoughts, especially if you're spending so much time with them, they can really affect you. You are the average of the 5 people around you. If you're not intentional about your relationships, you will find yourself one day waking up and realizing that you wasted a lot of time. This has nothing to do with them. They were just spending quality time with you. That's what friends do. That's what people do in relationships. If you're someone like me that didn't grow up with a silver spoon and had to make it out the mud, or you came from poverty and no one was there to help you create a life as an adult, your relationships are really important. If you have rich friends, you will become rich. If you have friends that are not rich, you will not be rich. If you have insecure friends, you will be insecure. Energy is contagious. And anyone on this channel, we are not settling for less. We are creating our dream lives. So I'm going to give you some advice that I had to learn the hard way. I'm in my 30s, extrovert, a Sagittarius, and I live in New York. I've had an abundance of experiences with friends. I love people. If I walk into any room, I'm leaving with 3 phone numbers. Most likely they're women and they want to get together again because they love my energy. That's the #1 compliment that I get from anyone. Wow, you're so authentic. Oh my God, I love your vibe. You're so cool. And I gotta be honest, I am. I was born this way. But that can be really dangerous if you don't have any discernment. To be honest with you, I didn't learn discernment until my late 20s. I thought anyone approaching me had good intentions. So dangerous. Because of all the lessons that I've learned. Also, I'm gonna give you some advice at the end that, like, if I was 21 years old, how I would navigate life, okay? So one thing is, relationships are beautiful, but relationships with people create mirrors. You are a mirror to them and they are a mirror to you. The person you're having a relationship with, you can be a positive influence to them, but they can easily be a negative influence to you. And this is not on purpose. It's just the fact that people are mirrors. The easiest way to grow and learn about yourself is by being in a relationship. You can't isolate yourself and expect to grow. You really got to get out there in the trenches and experience people to grow as a person. There's only so much self-development that you can do on your own. But being able to spot someone that is not a good mirror for you is super important. Unfortunately, people don't show their true colors until 2 to 3 months. They're on their best impression. They want to be in your life. They see you and want to create a friendship with you. If you want to know if someone would be a good mirror to you, you want to know their values and see how their actions have resulted in their lives. Are they where they want to be? This is a hard one because you don't want to judge anybody, right? But are they even making progress? I remember some of the most negative mirrors that I've experienced were people with dreams but not taking steps towards their dreams because they were too scared. Unfortunately, these people are negative mirrors to you because you're going to pick up on their insecurities. So if they're not taking actions towards their dreams, you probably are not going to take actions towards yours because you taking action on your dreams is going to trigger them. So it's going to take them out of that safe space that they created. We don't take actions on our dreams. So the moment that you start taking actions on your dreams, it's going to trigger them because now, hey, girl, what you doing? Oh, we just talk about it. We don't take action. You're going to trigger them. So one thing to look for in people is action takers. People that don't talk about it, they are about it. Love the other people from afar. Don't judge them. Everyone is on their own time. Everyone has their own healing journey. We don't judge on this channel. I'm just saying, put a spotlight and prioritize people that you see are taking steps towards their dreams. I'm just saying, prioritize and put a spotlight on people that are taking actions towards their dreams. Even if they seem crazy. Hey, Cardi B used to post her music every single day, multiple times a day before she became famous. You don't think people thought she was crazy? Those friends that rode with her during that time, yeah, they're at dinner with her right now in her mansion. Stay open to new people and try to spot people that you're like, oh, that person believes in themselves. That person really believes in themselves. And I want to believe in myself like that. Let me feed positive energy into their dreams and they're going to do the same back. Another thing to look out for is people that never talk about themselves. People that always talk about other people. Talking about other people is worthless for you. It does nothing. It actually is a very negative frequency to be on. And if this person is always talking about other people, you're not building an intimate relationship with them. You're not getting to know them. You're getting to know other people. So it's just a red flag, and I would not prioritize this relationship. A green flag in a person is someone that when you hang out with them, you leave feeling inspired. This is my only goal when I connect with people. I want them to leave inspired to take at least one action. Since I started doing content, no one in my circle a year ago was a content creator. Now I have a few. But I've had a lot of people in my circle say, wow, you've inspired me to start making content. I make content for a very intimate community. I'm very grateful for anyone that has been following the journey. That's how you want to leave an impression in people's lives. And don't put pressure on yourself to be an inspiration. Just follow your dreams and you'll naturally be an inspiration. But seek out people that inspire you too. Another red flag to identify in people so that you're not affected by being in a relationship with them and having a negative mirror is someone that is always trauma dumping on you. This means someone that is going through something. They might not be going to therapy. Anytime you're together, you have become that pillow for them. You have become that cushion. Unfortunately, if you're watching this channel, that means you have a growth mindset. You're a deep thinker. You're wise. You're a target because you're an empath. So you're going to attract a lot of people that need to heal, and you are a perfect, beautiful soul to help them heal. But guess what? If you really are passionate about healing people, create a YouTube channel and start getting clients and get paid for it. Friendships are two people that want the best for each other. And someone that wants the best for you will never have you on the phone for 2 hours a day spilling their negativity onto you so that now you feel terrible and they feel better. If you really care about this person, you will tell them, hey, I think you need to talk to a professional. I love you and I care about you and I want the best for you. And I just feel like the 2 hours that we spend on the phone could be used more productively with a professional. And if they get mad at you, we already know, anyone that gets mad at you for setting a boundary is what? Cut! I want you to sit down with yourself and set some boundaries. If you have no boundaries, you are a walkover. You have to set boundaries. Start with little ones, like no last minute plans. I need to know 2 weeks in advance whenever we're going to hang out. Hey, please don't pick 5-star restaurants when you want to hang out with me. Start setting boundaries. This is how you're going to know who respects you in your circle. I had to set a really hard boundary with a friend because they didn't want to talk about an issue they had with me. Maybe in my 20s, but in my 30s, I'm only having relationships with people that know how to sit down and have a conversation about our problems. If you don't want to solve our problems, then we don't have a relationship. I even gave the person 6 months and they still didn't want to talk about it. They just wanted to move on like nothing happened. I'm like, no. I cannot look at you. I can't trust you with a relationship with me because you're just going to never communicate how you feel about me. Why do I want a relationship with that? With so many billions of people in the world, I'm going to pick somebody that doesn't feel comfortable talking to me about their problems. Choose people who choose you. I'm sure he talked about the problems with a bunch of people but me. You are the director of your life. If something's not working, you stop and sit down with your notebook to redesign and strategize, see how we got here, see where we went wrong, and see how we could do better. You are the director of your life. Let's talk about family real quick before I end this video. Family could be some of the worst people because they cross your boundaries. Why? Because they were born in the same household as you. They seen you grow up. And they're just like, where Felicia coming from? Oh, now she got all these boundaries. Who she thinks she is? Felicia has matured. She's become an adult. And she could think for herself. So yes, now she might have not had boundaries yesterday, but now she got boundaries today. And this has been crazy to navigate, even for myself. What I've learned is the best way to go about creating deeper and more healthy relationships in your family is to reintroduce yourself. Start the relationship from scratch. Start finding commonality. Start doing things that you both enjoy. Building a friendship all over again. If the person thinks they're too good to get to know you as an adult, then they don't belong in your life. You have to get to know me. You're not guaranteed a relationship with me because we have the same blood. A friendship needs to be formed. Like, we need to communicate. We need to have intimate conversations. We need to find common values, and we need to have shared hobbies. Parents don't want to be friends. Parents just want to parent you at even 40 years old. That has to be cut. As a young adult, your responsibility is being able to set boundaries and speak up for yourself. If your parent does not respect you, then they don't deserve a relationship with you. You raised me because you gave birth to me. This is why more millennials are not having kids irresponsibly, because it is a responsibility. Now, everything that happens as an adult is my common kindness, out of my common interest. If it doesn't feed my interest to have a relationship with you because the mirror is negative, every time I have interactions with you, it's bringing out the worst in me, it's reminding me of negativity, I'm sorry. Why would I keep a relationship with a toxic parent in my story? The only way I've been able to fix it is by saying, hey, watch who you're talking to. I pay the bills. I keep the roof over me. I feed myself. Thank you for giving birth to me, but I don't owe you for 100 years. Respect your parents, but don't be a pushover. Look for people that genuinely want to get to know you. People that ask questions, are willing to have one-on-one time with you, listen to you, and invest. People that don't want to invest in a friendship, that time you're spending with that person, you could be working out, learning how to cook, writing your book. You have to calculate how you want to spend the 4 or 6 hours that you have from work and going to sleep. If your dreams are bigger than your wildest imagination, you got to sit down and start working on it. No one's going to come to you and grant you your dream. You want to be a famous actress? Start getting on camera and being comfortable with rejection. Are you even showing up to your movie? Sit down and write down the name of everyone in your life, how the relationship makes you feel. Identify 5 that you want to keep and 5 people you want to grow the friendship with. Put some intentions into the friendship. I remember I had a friend, and my goal was to help her see her amazingness. I noticed that she would always hide behind me, let me enter rooms first, always take pictures with me. She wasn't the star in her movie. I wrote in my journal one day, I want her to see that she's amazing and that she has value. I can't be always in front of you carving away. I want her to carve her own way. Let me know what you think about this video, and do you have some negative mirrors in your life? Are they family? Let's talk about it.